There has been a steady deterioration of the standard practices and pronouncement of the political class which fights the election. Money power, muscle power, corrupt practice, and unfair means are being freely employed to win the elections. Over the years, several measures have been taken by the Parliament to amend the law relating to elections with a view to check the aforementioned forces. This report, which has been prepared after extensive consultation, is a step in the said process. It is hoped that Parliament take prompt action to give them legislative sanctions. In 1999, the Law Commission took note of the fact that the first past-the-post system prevailing in our country had given rise to several inequity and distortion in our electoral process, particularly on account of the multiplicity of the political parties. There are certain states in India where there are 3 or 4 recognized political parties, more or less evenly balanced. In such a situation, what is happening is that the winning candidate is receiving, in many cases, 30% or less valid vote cast. The remaining 70% or more votes cast in favor of the defeated candidates, including independents, are practically going waste without representation, without voice of the representative bodies, namely Parliament and the state legislature. The consideration that weighed in this behalf was that the first past-the-post system now in void is not yielding a correct picture of the voter preferences. It was thought advisable to provide a voice and a representation to the wasted votes, which indeed very often constituted a majority of the total vote cast. There is no commensurity between the total votes cast.
जल्दी करो.
So it's not possible. I have done a lot of work on this.
Yes.
So it's my bill and I want to present my case.
Okay.
How much time will it take, sir?
I don't know.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you.
Law Minister is allowing it. Yes.
He's encouraging the already.
He is already giving lot of information to the Law Minister to consider all these things. Yes. Proceed.
He is trying to convince the Honorable Minister to accept his bill.
Yes.
सर मैंने बहुत मेहनत की है इस पे. मैंने मेरे को जो समय
and it is quite tempting. And I don't know, ultimately he may result in convincing me also.
To be more precise, what is happening is that a political party which has received, say, 32% of total votes in the country is obtaining 70% of the seat in Parliament, whereas another political party which has polled, say, 29% of votes, hardly 3% difference, is getting 25% of seat in Parliament. A swing of 2 or 3% vote is resulting in a huge difference in the number of seats won. There was yet another situation where a political party is polling a substantial chunk of votes cast in a given state in parliamentary elections, but is not able to get a single seat in the parliament from the state. The remedy, this is Commission recommended the alternative method of election. The other idea put forward is a concept of negative vote. In the opinion of the Law Commission, the idea of underlying objects are both laudable. Such an alternative method of election was suggested. So now, I would like to press my point as why a case for compulsory voting. The right to abstain for voting is not a fundamental right. In a democratic form of government such as ours, it's a duty of every citizen to vote. Voting is not only our right, in fact, it is our responsibility as a citizen, and we must fulfill this responsibility with seriousness. We are lucky to have a democracy in our country in which every adult has a right to cast vote. India being the biggest democracy in the world may gladden our heart, but at the same time we are continuously becoming a weaker democracy with dwindling rate of voter turnout. The percentage of votes cast in general election of late is assembly low. Past experience has shown that the low voting area lose out in development index, high voting area benefit, they get more attention from politicians. Any electoral system will be credible only if it ensures maximum amount of participation. It can ensure justice and secure the right of politically disadvantaged by integrating dissent and interest and opinions. Secondly, and even more important, election should be used to unite our very divided society, which is progressively getting more divided. The health of democracy can be best be described as a mandate with representative character, not just numerically largest numbers. Compulsory voting will bring about an automatic shift in focus and significance issues will get the priority they deserve rather than parties and leaders.